Hi guys, it's Megan with Vigilante Vibes, and today I am coming to you with a brand new character breakdown on this cloudy Monday. It's Tuesday. On this cloudy Tuesday, we are off to a great start. So, who is this character breakdown about? It's about Songbird. With Songbird most likely appearing in Marvel Studios Thunderbolts, I think it's a good time to talk about her, learn about her before you see the movie. For a little backstory on why she may be showing up, Geraldine Viswanathan is playing a character named Mel, who is wearing a songbird necklace in the trailer. And when she was asked if she considers herself a songbird, she responded with, "I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh, look what you've done. Now I'm all nervous." So there's that. Now let's get into her background as a character. So we know that she's playing a character named Mel. Songbird's name is Melissa Gold. And Melissa Gold had a rough start in life. Her mom ended up in prison for robbery. Her dad was an alcoholic. She spent most of her childhood being bullied by other kids. Eventually, she had enough and ran away from home, surviving on the streets and developing a tough, no-nonsense attitude. She even started going by her mom's name, Mimi. As she got older, she got mixed up with a pretty shady guy named Mike. They're always named Mike. No offense to the Mikes out there. I'm sure you're all great. Who ended up betraying her by tipping off the cops that she was carrying stolen goods. That landed her in jail, just like her mom. Just so you know, at the end of this episode, I will provide comics where you can check out Melissa Gold, who goes by Screaming Mimi when she first appeared, and Songbird currently. So stick around for that. While locked up, Melissa met Marion Pouncey, who introduced her to the world of masked wrestling. She joined a team called the Grapplers and took on the identity of Screaming Mimi, thanks to a device that gave her the ability to project powerful sonic screams. The Grapplers gained some fame for their flashy personas and dramatic ring performances, but they were constantly underpaid compared to the male wrestlers. Fed up, the team decided to take a criminal route to make more money. That didn't last long. Kazar shut them down, and they were all sent back to prison. Melissa Gold first appeared in Marvel 2-in-1 issue number 54 in 1979 as Screaming Mimi and was created by Mark Gruenwald, Ralph Macchio, and John Byrne. Her first appearance as Songbird was in Incredible Hulk number 449. Melissa started her career as Screaming Mimi with the group of villains who I just said, the Grapplers, and later as a part of the Masters of Evil. But over time, she started trying to turn her life around. She joined the Thunderbolts and worked hard to redeem herself, eventually even leading the team for a while. Through all of the ups and downs, she has been the one constant of the Thunderbolts lineup, sticking with the team longer than anyone else. So, let's get into her backstory. One of Melissa's more thrilling moments came after she got locked up for her first crime against the hero Kazar. While in Rikers Island prison, she teamed up with Tatiana, Poundcakes, and Letha to take on Dazzler. The four of them almost managed to take her down. After the Grapplers got out of prison, they realized that without them, the world of female wrestlers was pretty much stopped. So they turned to crime to make some cash while tragedy struck and two of their members, Tatiana and Letha, were killed. After the Grapplers' dissolution, Melissa met Helmut Zemo, who let her join the Masters of Evil. Here she met someone by the name of Angar the Screamer. The two became super close since they had similar powers. After Angar was killed during a robbery and died in Melissa's arms, she was so devastated that she screamed for 43 minutes straight, nearly ruining her vocal cords. Later on, Zemo had the Fixer give her some tech to recreate her powers, but with an upgrade. She could now turn sound into solid constructs, including wings that let her fly. It was around this time that the Masters of Evil became the Thunderbolts, part of a bigger plan to steal the Fantastic Four's tech and more. From then on, Melissa took on the name Songbird. During this time, she developed a romance with Abe Jenkins, the former Beetle, who also trained her. Eventually, Songbird rebelled against Zemo, so the team could prove that they were truly reformed. After Mach 4 ended up in jail to show he had good intentions, the Thunderbolts broke up and Songbird went to jail as well. She eventually joined the new version of the Thunderbolts with Mach 4. During the superhuman Civil War, the Thunderbolts were assigned by the government to track down and arrest unregistered heroes. The team became a way for former villains to redeem themselves if they agreed to join the program. Norman Osborn took over as leader and demoted Songbird, claiming she was too moral, and gave her position to Moonstone. Songbird wasn't happy with this at all, and she didn't get along with most of the team's villainous members, but she stuck with it out of fear of getting thrown back in prison. She also realized that Moonstone wasn't much of a leader in the field and often had to take charge, like when the team tried to capture the Steel Spider. When Moonstone got injured, Songbird stepped up and tricked Bullseye into thinking he could escape, which ended up paralyzing him. After the team got back to Thunderbolts Mountain, Songbird let Moonstone and the rest of the team have it for their performance, but Osborn did not seem to care. Then, when 4 psychic villains attacked the base, they manipulated Osborn into becoming the Green Goblin again and causing chaos. They wanted Songbird to defeat him, hoping the two of them would end up killing each other. Songbird managed to beat him, but was completely wiped out afterwards. Once the team recovered, she demanded that Osborn let her lead, or she'd release the security footage showing him killing the human soldiers while in his Green Goblin persona. Osborn agreed, but as the Songbird left his office with a smile, he reminded her that Bullseye had mentioned her involvement in getting him injured during the Arizona mission. Whatever could that mean? After the secret invasion, Osborn takes control of Hammer and the Avengers, officially shutting down the Thunderbolts program, but completely keeping the team as his personal hit squad. However, Songbird is still a liability, so Osborn orders Moonstone and Bullseye to kill her. They manipulate her into sending her only ally, the radioactive man, back to China before hunting her down. Despite being chased by Bullseye and Venom, Songbird managed to dodge them and even blows up part of the mountain. She eventually escapes with help from Swordsman, who we just saw in Daredevil Born Again, who helps her fake her death and goes into hiding. Free from Osborn's control, but knowing what his new role means, Songbird plans to take him down. Songbird resurfaces when she stops Hammer forces from relocating homeless people in Cleveland. She punishes a Hammer officer who hurt a homeless war vet and takes down the whole Hammer team. With a new plan, she decides to reunite the old Thunderbolts and take down Osborn's new team of killers. Her first move is to find Abe, Mach 4, and Norbert, the Fixer, who are working on a new Mach 5 flight armor. Abe agrees to help and gives her the location of Chen. After kissing him in thanks, she's intercepted by the Thunderbolts, who fire on her from their jet. She grabs a missile midair, sends it back to the Thunderstrike, and causing the plane to crash, though it knocks her out enough for her to fall to the ground. As she's stunned, Norman's Black Widow, Yelena, appears and points a gun at her head, only to reveal she's actually Natasha Romanoff, as we know her in the MCU. After surviving the crash, they try to escape into the woods, but are ambushed by Mr. X. After taking him down and evading the rest of the Thunderbolts, they head to a meeting to meet Nick Fury. However, they are captured by Ant-Man, taken back to the Thunderbolts base. When they arrive, it's revealed that Fury is actually an LMD, and Osborn orders Natasha and Songbird to be exposed and integrated. Just when things look bad, Headsman, Paladin, and Ghost step in to help them escape, and they're saved by Abe in his mock armor. Right now, Songbird works as the warden for the female side of the raft, rocking a new haircut, new outfit, looking good. Along with Mach 5 Fixer and the new leader, Luke Cage, she helps recruit criminals for the Thunderbolts program, giving them a shot at redemption. When Luke Cage brought Moonstone into the program, Songbird questioned his decision, and Luke quickly reminded her that she used to be just like Moonstone. So far, she and Cage are getting along well. She even pitched in during the troll mission when they captured Gunna, and she helped her get her orientated to the program. During a prison riot, when Songbird was about to be attacked by the female prisoners, Gunna ran in and saved her, which kind of upset Moonstone, which is wild. Songbird seems to be the second in command for the Thunderbolts, often supporting Luke Cage with her advice. She's also leading the Thunderbolts beta team, a decision made by Warden Walker. After Luke Cage had to leave for an Avengers mission, Songbird took charge of both Thunderbolts teams for a mission in Iraq. Once it was completed, they returned to the raft. They found it destroyed after the Juggernaut picked up the hammer of the Worthy. Songbird stepped up to lead both teams and made plans to take back control of the raft and their teammates. Eventually, she and some other heroes managed to regain control of the prison. However, a few villains managed to escape by teleporting through time. These villains were eventually brought back to Earth in the right time. But soon after, several members of the group got teleported to a different reality. The remaining members, including Songbird and Mach 5, stuck together for a while, helping out some of the former inmates until the team quietly disbanded. When Sunspot took over the former terrorist group, AIM, and turned it into his own defense think tank, he made Songbird the leader of his Avengers field team. They spent most of their time cleaning up the messes caused by the science experiments gone wrong, mainly through Whisper and its leader, the Maker. Eventually, they got a distress call from Rick Jones, who claimed he had been kidnapped by S.H.I.E.L.D. under false pretenses and needed rescuing. Sunspot put it to a vote whether or not they should get involved, and Songbird was all for it. Those who voted against saving Rick were allowed to leave with the new Avengers branding, while Sunspot rebranded his team as AIM went underground, becoming one of S.H.I.E.L.D.'s most wanted. After rescuing Rick, Songbird got caught in one of Sunspot's more complicated schemes. It turned out Songbird had been planted by S.H.I.E.L.D. as a spy, but secretly defected to Sunspot's AIM, making her a triple agent. The plan was for S.H.I.E.L.D. to catch her so she could feed them intel about Whisper instead of AIM, using her ability to manipulate sound waves to uncover the Maker's surveillance. Once Whisper was taken down, AIM made a deal with S.H.I.E.L.D. to handle the splinter groups still loyal to the old regime. With Avengers Idea Mechanics, AIM, now restructured as American Idea Mechanics, Songbird decided to take a step back and resign from Sunspot's Avengers to take a break. After leaving AIM, Songbird was taking some much-needed rest on a beach in New Jersey when she got a call from Abe, now Mach 10. The Thunderbolts had reassembled under Bucky Barnes' leadership to protect Kobik from S.H.I.E.L.D. When Bucky learned from Profiler that Spider-Man was predicted to kill Captain America, he went rogue to stop Spidey. Bucky was captured by S.H.I.E.L.D. before anything happened, and the Thunderbolts needed Songbird's insider knowledge to break him out. She agreed to help, not out of loyalty to the team or Abe, but because she still had issues with S.H.I.E.L.D. After successfully getting Bucky back to their base, Songbird hesitantly stuck around with the team, believing they were on the right path. But their reunion was short-lived. Baron Zemo sent his new Masters of Evil to attack Bucky, offering the rest of the team a chance to join him. Songbird fought back, trying to escape with Mach 10, while the others joined Zemo. In the chaos, Songbird and Mach 10 were thrown into the snow, stranded by Zemo and his masters. Most recently, Bucky later recruited Songbird for his revamped Thunderbolts after his operation was targeted by Dr. Doom, the Sorcerer Supreme, for refusing to join his secret police. Personally, I think it's one of the best things that's come out of One World Under Doom. It's called Thunderbolts Doomstrike. Fantastic. I highly recommend checking that out. You don't really need to know anything else about the event to check out that comic. Well, that run. I think the fourth one comes out like next week. Or the third one. I don't even know what day it is. Let's discuss Songbird's powers. Originally, Songbird could unleash a supersonic screams that had a variety of effects like causing disorientation, hallucinations, and even knocking people out. After nearly wrecking her vocal cords, she had them upgraded with technology, giving her the ability to create solid sound constructs that she can control at will. Her go-to move is to form wings made of sound energy, which lets her fly. She's also able to generate ultrasonic waves that are inaudible to most, which she can use to mess with people's emotions. However, she doesn't seem to have access to her old powers anymore, and it's unclear if they'll ever come back. These days, Songbird's powers rely on a high-tech harness, but she's still able to form solid weapon constructs and hold them like they're real objects. So she's a really cool character. And I do think she will be in the Thunderbolts. I wonder if she's has a hand in recruiting the Thunderbolts, or if they meet her after, or she works for Val maybe. I could see that. But my theories always suck, so I don't know. So that means you guys let me know in the comments what you think, because I can't be wrong again. I've just been wrong so much lately. But back to Songbird. As always, I have some comics right here for you so you can get to know Songbird, Melissa Gold, a lot better. So, like I mentioned, Marvel 2-in-1, number 54. Thunderbolts by Kurt Busiek and Mark Bagley. Huge fan of Mark Bagley. Thunderbolts by Warren Ellis and Mike Diodato. I'm so sorry if I said that wrong. Thunderbolts by Jeff Parker. New Avengers by Al Ewing. Another banger. Avengers Under Siege. Thunderbolts 1 through 75. There's a lot there. Avengers / Thunderbolts. Avengers Forever. New Thunderbolts. Thunderbolts 100 through 174. Women of Marvel number 2. And New Avengers Volume 4. So that is my character breakdown of Melissa Gold, aka Screaming Mimi, aka Songbird. So let me know in the comments what you think. What are your theories about her? Will we see her? Will we not? I really hope we do, because she's a great character who has a great background. And she's just so involved with so many characters. So why wouldn't we? And she's the longest standing member of the Thunderbolts. So why wouldn't we? It's just crazy. So with that being said, thank you for listening to this one. And I hope you really enjoyed it. Have a marvelous day.